Hey guys, welcome to Alice and Anna. My name is Anna and today I'm going to talk about all the things that you would need if you ever moved to London. This is my list of apps in general that you need to have if you move to London, or at least I found very useful, so I use them all the time. They will make your life so much easier, I promise you. I know that London has this reputation of being like raining all the time and just horrible weather, but it's funny. The rain isn't really rain, it's kind of like a light breeze, but if you walk in the light breeze for about an hour, you're gonna end up being like really wet. It's very weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like constant rain all the time. So that's why I think depends on how much stuff you carry and what you prefer, you need an umbrella. I have a tiny umbrella. I don't know where it is, but it's a super skinny one that fits in all of my purses. It's so lightweight and it's raining and I'm like, here's my umbrella. But if you don't carry a lot of stuff, I think you need a raincoat or some kind of waterproof coat, just because it looks nice. It looks like a nice coat, but then if it rains, you just button it up and you're protected from anything. You can put your phone in, so also your phone is protected if it's not waterproof, or anything that you want to put, you know? So now it's like a list of apps. Nowadays, everything is technology focused. So here are my top apps for London. The first one is called Citymapper. It's the best way to create a route to get somewhere. You know, Google Maps is great and whatever. Like if I'm walking somewhere, I'll probably use Google Maps. But if I'm going somewhere with public transportation, I use Citymapper. I have saved work and home, so it's really easy to just click the get me home or the work tab on my phone, and it like wherever I am, it automatically just calculates the route. Let's just say I'm going to Covent Garden and I am at, let's say, Tower Bridge. So what I like about this app is that you click go and you get all these options. So there's a suggested path and it tells you how much it's going to be, how long it will take you if you leave now. Then you go down and you have alternatives. You just kind of skip that. You have only bus, then you have only tube, and then you have step-free access, and sometimes you get the rain safe option. Maybe I have it turned off, I'm not sure, but yeah, you can do that as well. So the next thing is Deliveroo. Uber Eats is great. I love Uber Eats, but I think Deliveroo is a lot more complete, at least in my area. So this is Deliveroo. I love it. In my household, we share Deliveroo Plus, which honestly, it's a scam, but since we live together and we always order together, we don't really care because it does work for us. So if I live by myself, Deliveroo Plus would be useless because you have to pay, I think it's £11.50 a month, and you have to order over £11, I think, for it to be free delivery. Because every single place that I order from, I always order like £6 or £8 of like worth of food. But since there's 3 of us living here, we all pay the subscription together, and then what happens is that we always order together. We basically are saving every delivery fee because we're always going over £11, and each delivery fee is like £2.5. Like it's a lot of money if you add it up. It's really nice. You always have a lot of offers. I don't know if Uber Eats has that, but like you can switch from the offers, and each restaurant has their own like little percentages off, or sometimes they'll be like free delivery and stuff like that. Uber Eats also does that. Sometimes they'll be like free delivery right now, and it's because they're already going to your address or something like that, so they'll offer it. The next app, I mean, super basic, but get a weather app. I use the weather app from my phone, like it's right there, and I just click on it and I just get, you know, the weather. But I find it really useful. I come from a warm climate, so I used to just look out the window and say, oh, I'm gonna wear a sweater today. And now I cannot do that because it might look like it's 25 degrees outside, but it's actually like 10. It's weird because, for example, right now in November, if we go out at night, which we don't because pandemic, but back in the day, sometimes in November, the nights can get to like 3 degrees and sometimes it's at 15 degrees. So For me, if I'm gonna go out, I always check to see if I need to bring more layers or, you know, just really quick. You know, it always says high and low right there, so, you know. The next app, if you're a student, this is the best thing ever. It's called Uni Days, and you probably already heard of it, so I don't even have to tell you, but it's basically an app where you have all the discounts, and like, not only do you get like all these offers from all the brands, like you can save your brands. For example, I have these ones saved, even though I do not know why, because I don't use any of these. But you can go buy whatever filter you want to go and find out more stuff. Whenever you forget your student ID, you can use this part, your Uni Days ID, that's my face, to prove that you are a student. So I love that because there's been a couple of instances when I'm like a museum or something that's not in the app, and I'm like, I'm a student, and they're like, where's your ID? And I'm like, oh, I forgot it. So, but I just take out my Uni Days app, take out the ID, and they just take it as a check. It's not this is not an app, but it's a website and a magazine. I also follow them on Instagram, but it's called Timeout. I think they used to have an app, but I can't find it, so I think they took it down. What I love about Timeout is that there's so many things to do in London. Like there's so many events, so many museums, so many expositions, and Timeout has them all there, and they have reviews. They tell you how much the tickets are. I find it really useful. It's just really hard to like keep track of absolutely everything, so it's nice to just get all of it in one place, especially with reviews. Awesome. So for any of the art lovers out there, 4 things are gonna be super useful for you. So there's this app called Go With Yamo. Go With Yamo is kind of like the Timeout but of art galleries. Anything that's on the Serpentine Gallery, or let's just say the Tate, anything like that, that will be there. There is also the Tate Modern. They have like memberships. If you're a student, you can, or I think it's under 26 years old or something like that, you can sign up for free and you get discounts on all of the tickets to any expositions. I have it, and it's called, let me see, the Tate Collective. This is how it looks like. I have it in my Apple Wallet, so they just scan it and it's great. And then another thing for art is called the Art Fund. If you're a student, you can get it, I think, for free or £5, and then it's just, you get a little card and you get discounts on a lot of galleries all over London, which is great. I personally did not use it that much because so many galleries are free, and then also pandemic. So that was pretty good timing on my part from not renewing it. When the pandemic dies and we can go back to our usual lives, this is something that you might want to look into, because if you do go to a lot of paid exhibitions, then this might be something that you would save a lot of money on. And then the last thing for art, but this is also for any, like, if you like going to the movie theater, this is really, really, really useful. There's a membership called the Young Barbican. So the Barbican is a development that they did, and it has a theater, like 3 cinema places. It's a whole thing. It's a complex. It's really nice, whatever. There's a membership called the Young Barbican, and I think you can get it if you're under 26 years old, but I think they also have other memberships, so you might want to check those out. But the Young Barbican is free, and that means that you can go watch movies there for £5 whatever. So that is amazing. You save up a lot of money, because if you go to like Cineworld or like Picture House or any of those, you will spend like £13, $11 with a student discount. Also, if you're not a Young Barbican applicable person anymore, I think Monday Madness is a thing where on Mondays everything is £5. Not sure, but do check that out just in case. So similar to Go With Yamo, I have this app called Songkick. This one, there's so many concerts that happen in London. So basically, I track artists and I put where I am, so London, and I put the artist that I like, and I get notifications whenever there's a concert announced in my area. I love that because I follow a lot of indie bands, but I don't really follow them on Instagram because I don't want to follow them on Instagram. So just having this app and like them letting me know when the concerts are announced is really helpful, because new dates suddenly get added, you know, because they sold out or stuff like that. So always good to know. You always have a good time. If you have British friends, chances are that you will end up in Wetherspoons. Or if you're looking for a cheapish kind of franchise chain, you will end up in Wetherspoons here in London. So I have the app of Wetherspoons, and that just basically means that you just come in, you put your table number on your app, and then you can order from here and pay on your phone. You don't have to go to the bar to order anything, because even if you want to order food, you have to go up to the bar. So instead of that, I just sit down, order through my phone, and they bring it all to my table. And it is so nice, so convenient, especially for like late night drinks where the bar is super full. Next one is called Monzo. This is an online bank, but let me tell you, you're probably going to be splitting a lot of bills with a lot of people, and having Monzo makes that so much easier, because basically you just need their phone number, and if they have Monzo, you can just send them money. Like, you don't need the account number, you don't need anything. So it's so easy. You can request the money, so you can like click on the person and you can put, there's two options like send and request. You can request it and you can say you owe me £5 for this, and they can just accept it, and that's as easy as it is. It's just so straightforward. I love it. I use it all the time. It's actually my card that is on my wallet, on my Apple Pay. You can't steal anything. There's first of all no money, but also like can't see it. And it's so easy. You just put it on your Apple Pay, double click, you show your face or with your passcode, and you just put it on top of the card reader, and you're in and out in 2 seconds. I also use the underground like that. I just tap in with my phone with my Monzo card and in and out. So the next app is called Treatwell altogether, and it is basically an app that I have used so much. Any type of booking that I want to make, like I want to get my nails done or waxing or like a haircut, I will go to Treatwell. I will do the booking online. You pay online. You just come in, say your name, they do everything, and you go out. Nothing to stress or fret over. And there's so many businesses in that app, but it's also like a Yelp kind of thing where you give them reviews, so they have stars and all of that. So I love it for any type of service, especially when you're new in the city. It's always nice to have something where you're like, okay, it has 5 stars for a reason, and you can read through the reviews, and then you can just book right away. You don't have to call anybody. It's not intimidating. You just go in, you do your things, and you get out. So the next one is called Movebubble. If you're gonna move within London or you're gonna rent, I love this app. This app was just fantastic for viewings. That's my favorite listing place, as well as Zoopla. Those are my 2 sites that I would just look for apartments, and I really recommend them. The last 2 are kind of connected. The first one is Trainline. If you're gonna travel anywhere in the UK, use Trainline. It's an app, it's super easy. You can keep your tickets in the app, so everything is on your phone, but also you just put wherever you're going, and it's super quick. It gives you all the schedules, and you just choose. It tells you which one is the cheapest out of all of the list. It's great. I personally love it. But also, if you buy a rail card, you need the app for the rail card. The rail card is going to save you so much money, because the rail card, you can attach it to your Oyster card, which is like the transport card for the public transport, and that will give you like discounts on your Oyster card as well as in Trainline. It's fantastic. I personally use it up a lot as a first-year student and my foundation student years, because we went traveling to Bath and to Cambridge and to Oxford and to Stonehenge, and I bought all those tickets. Or like even to go to Gatwick Airport, you know, you just get those discounts. And I think the rail card is around £30 a year for, I think, students or under 26. I'm not sure, check those prices up. But based on the discounts that I had, like I really saved up more than £30. And if you attach it to your Oyster card, I think you get 30% off of every trip that you make. Each ride is like $240, I believe, and the daily cap is $640. So, you know, it's a lot of money you're saving overall, especially if you move around a lot. So those are all the apps that I use, and I think that you would probably end up using, or that they would make your life easier if you ever move to London. That's today's video. We're really excited to bring up some content about London, even though we're in a pandemic and in lockdown. But you know, if you're planning to move to London in, let's just say 6 months, hopefully we'll have a vaccine, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy all these apps just like I did, and I will continue to do while I live here. If you like this video, please leave a like or a comment if you have any other tips that you can give anybody else. And if you subscribe, that will make us very, very, very happy. But also, we upload every Monday and Thursday, so you won't miss those videos out if you do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.